is up, guys? Sorry, just trying to tweet out this YouTube link real quick. So basically, what I'm gonna do, it's just gonna be me on this stream. Tomorrow, me and Sammy are gonna run one, which is even better than running one today, because he's been crushing the NBA, and I have an NBA play tomorrow, but I don't have one today. So I'm just gonna run through my NHL picks and my soccer bets for tomorrow. Instead of doing a YouTube play today, we're just gonna run through like that. Unfortunately, I missed my YouTube play of the day. We finally missed one today. Yeah, and those games were not very close either. So big miss, but I did make up for it. I tweeted out a free play at one, super easy. So now we're going back to the NHL. I'm 7-2 the last 2 days, and I've been watching so much hockey the last few weeks, which originally is why I even started my Twitter account, which is why we're called Ice Picks. Originally, it was a pun on hockey. So I do know my NHL quite well, regardless of whether most people see me as more of like a soccer capper or whatever, right? I think of myself as a value better. So that's how I see myself. But I have a few spots I really like tonight, and I'm just going to go over some of these games, go over some numbers. You don't have to tell my picks, but I will give you information that may make you like to play more or less. So bet at your discrepancy, make your own choices, but I'm sharing what I'm playing and why. So let's get into it. Early game tonight. This one's at 5 p.m. my time, which is 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Flames versus Blackhawks. I'm expecting to see a lot of goals in this one. I usually don't bite on totals at 6.5. Normally, if I could get it at like minus 130, minus 135, I would buy down to 6 on this. But I couldn't. It was minus 145. Flames over 6.5 on a 3-0 run, 4-0 for Chicago. Situationally, a really good play because I think the Flames probably score 4 or 5 goals in this game. Chicago definitely talented enough offensively to get 2 or 3 goals in there, as they do most nights. So that's why I like this. Plain and simple. I am going to another total tonight. In fact, yeah, I'm going to one more total tonight. Canucks Stars over 5.5. This is a sneaky one, and this is the lowest total on the board. I really do like this, and I also like the Canucks money line. I'm going to play that for 1 unit as well. So here's my reasoning on this game. Basically here, Canucks on a 5-game win streak. They've scored 5 or more goals in 4 of those 5 wins. The one they didn't score 5 goals in, they scored 4. The Stars have won 4 of their last 5 on the road, so they're definitely capable of scoring on the road. I'm expecting them to score 2 or 3 goals at least. But the Canucks have proven time and time again they should score at least 4 goals in this game. Stars are a really volatile team. That's kind of I do like the Canucks, especially while they're on this win streak right here. Playing at home, I think this is a good bet. I think they're the better team. Dallas definitely liable to drop a game here and there. They lose teams like Columbus, sporadically Arizona. Like it just doesn't make sense. The Stars are a good team, don't get me wrong, but Canucks at home tonight, minus 110. I think this should be closer to minus 130. So I like this. I'm going to play for 1 unit as well as over 5.5. Hopefully we can hit both. I'm also going to have a little bit of fun here tonight. I'm taking 2 parlays. First one, Flames first period over 1.5. Capitals first period over 1.5. Flames Blackhawks. I already went over this game. The first period over 1.5 is 7-1 the last 8 head-to-head meetings. Very impressive. I do like that stat, and I love historical data, especially on totals. A lot of people hate them, but I like them. Capitals overs. They've been on fire. They've been making us a lot of money. But 6-2 on first period overs in their last 8. And also 6-2 versus head-to-head against Colorado in the last 8 games. 6 of those 8 games went over 5.5. So I'm pretty confident we see at least 6 goals in this game, and I like at least 2 of those in the first period. So not as good as reasoning here on the Capitals Avalanche first period over, as much so as the Flames Chicago first period over, which is also why I like that total a lot more than I like the Capitals Avalanche over 7 tonight. I think it's a little bit too high. I'm running another first period over parlay tonight. Later games, Vegas first period over 1.5, Seattle first period over 1.5. Vegas first period over 1.5. 5-1 in their last 6 games for New Jersey. Their opponent tonight, it's 7-2. And kind of like the Capitals game, I don't have as much reasoning for Seattle other than it's been a great play most of this season. But it's 4-1 for Ottawa in their last 5 games, so I do like it. So overall, here's what I'm playing tonight. I got 5 plays, and there's one that's not on here because I definitely forgot to add it to the ticker. But 1-unit parlay: Flames first period over 1.5, Capitals first period over 1.5. 1-unit parlay: Vegas first period over 1.5, Seattle first period over 1.5. 1-unit Flames Blackhawks over 6.5. 1-unit Canucks Stars over 5.5. And the last one is Canucks money line -110. That's what I'm playing in NHL tonight. We've been hot. I'm hoping I'm playing these all at 1 unit tonight. I'm hoping we can just go out, get in and out with a 5-0 sweep, take home about 7 units there. That would be very nice. So anyhow, getting into tomorrow. Wow, I kept that really freaking short. That was like 6 minutes. Wow. You're welcome, everybody. Anyways, getting into the soccer tomorrow. I'm just going to go over my full card. I ran a big poll, and it seems like the majority of people that have been watching these want to learn about these smaller leagues. And tomorrow's a perfect day to bet on these smaller leagues because there's not a lot of main league action going on. You got Man U versus Liverpool. Other than that, not a whole lot of action. But the Iceland Premier League is back, everybody. First game of the entire Iceland Premier League season today. Hafnarfjar Fordor versus Viking Reykjavik. And we had the over 2.75. And let's see if that game's even over yet. It was 2-1 last I saw, and I'm sure it probably finished 2-1, unfortunately. And I know somebody in the chat is probably about to comment, yep, finished 2-1. So half win there. But I love the slate tomorrow. 3 games. I'm betting on all 3 games. So this is going to be my biggest play of the entire day. 2 units to Jarnar, -0.75, -105. They play a Cranes, who's a really horrible team. Like last 3 or 4 head-to-head meetings are like 3-0, 6-0, 5-0. So Jarnar is a very good team. They're a team that you will see and have seen last season in Europa League, Europa Conference League qualification. They're a top 3-4 team in Iceland, particularly. And Crane's not a very good team. Stjarnar at home should absolutely smash these guys. So I'm going to play for 2 units. Head-to-head, 8 straight games without a loss against the Cranes. They've won the first half in 5 of the 6 head-to-head, and they haven't conceded in 5 of the last 6 versus the Cranes. So I like this. Pretty solid. Of course, my bread and butter team here, everybody knows Breida Blick is my baby. They're at home tomorrow. Normally I play first half team total. Unplayable tomorrow. They're going to be very juiced this year. It's going to be difficult to play them, but I'm going to put 1 unit. First half -0.75. Unfortunately, I don't really see this as a full cash, so I don't really want to eat a lot of juice and play this for 2 units. I think Stjarnar is a much better bet. But I do think Breida Blick should be up 1-0 at halftime, if not 2-0. So I'll take the stab there. And then I'm going to pretty much who normally wins this league is Valor. They have a home match. They're against playing IBV. They have kept IBV have not kept a clean sheet against Valor in 12 head-to-head meetings. That is very embarrassing. Give me Valor at home for 1 unit. -1, -110. Easy money there. So I'll go over those real quick. 2 units to Jarnar, -0.75. 1 unit, Breida Blick first half. 1 unit, Valor -1. Then I'm going to Israel, and I'm going to take Maccabi Haifa in the Israeli Cup, -1 for -110. I think this is a good play. The 3 teams I bet on in Israel very often: Maccabi Haifa, Maccabi Tel Aviv, and of course Hapoel Beersheva. Shout out to Beersheva. They definitely win us a lot of beer money. But Haifa is playing Hapoel Haifa. Actually, is who they play tomorrow. It's kind of complicated. Make sure you don't bet on the wrong team. But I'm taking Maccabi Haifa, straight up just a better team. First to score in 8 out of the last 9 head-to-head meetings. They've scored in 8 straight head-to-head meetings as well, and they've won 3 straight. They shouldn't have a problem with the team. It is a cup game, so you got to be a little bit careful. So I'm only going to play this for 1 unit, but Haifa, very good team. Love to bet on them. Team we bet on pretty often. Now, I'm going back to the league I lost a bet in today. I took Federstad, both teams scoring over 2.5 for 2 units today. It lost. It was 9-1 in their last 10 league games. It's okay. I think I'm like 3-2 on that season, so in that league this season so far. But I do have 2 bets tomorrow and I really like both of them, and I think you guys will like them too. Tomorrow we have Braun, who's normally a juggernaut in this league, usually like a top 5 side. They're playing a promoted team called Skeed. Braun has not lost in 5 games. Skeet hasn't won in 4 games. They yet to win a game as a promoted team. Braun should have absolutely no trouble with him. Braun already won a game 3-0 on the road against Ranheem, who is a good team. They beat them 3-0 on the road, so I don't think they'll have any trouble on the road tomorrow against Skeet. And 1 unit here, K Fumvas Ralphus over 2.75, -115, over 2.5, 5-1 last 6 head-to-head. They play 2 to 3 times a year. It's also 5-1 in K Fum's last 6, and Ralphus is a team that I like to play overs on the last 2-3 years. So I'm pretty comfortable with this. So just go over Norway real quick. Braun -1, K Fum Ralphus over 2.75. Back to Israel, Maccabi Haifa -1 for 1 unit. And up to Iceland, wherever it is, 2 units on Stjardar -0.75, 1 unit Breidablik first half, 1 unit Valor -1. And then tonight, 1 unit parlay on the Flames Caps. Both of those games, their first period over 1.5. And then another first period over 1.5 parlay plus 180. Vegas, New Jersey, first period over 1.5. Seattle versus Ottawa, first period over 1.5. We're playing that, and then we're playing Canucks Stars over 5.5, -115 for 1 unit. We're playing Canucks money line -110 for 1 unit, and we're playing the Flames versus Blackhawks over 6.5 for 1 unit. So that's what we got tonight. Thanks for tuning in, boys. Wow, I kept this really short. We'll be on the longer stream. I really want to start talking about the NHL playoffs soon. I've just been watching so much hockey, and there's just been a few bets that I've just been taking almost religiously that have really helped us out quite a bit. So kind of want to go over some of those. We'll spend more time on that tomorrow. Get these bets in. Lock in these lines where you can. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.